The place I wanted to go to first was the mouth of Springbrook Creek, because carp spawn there oftentimes during the spring. It looked pretty promising at first, but then the deeper I got into the forest, the more I realized how hard it would be to maneuver through the shallow waters. You can hear my fish finder beeping in the background, but I wasn't able to catch the fish that I was seeing on it because I didn't have any casting room. Unfortunately, a lot of the trash from this part of the lake ends up at this creek mouth, so it was kind of gross to come through here. After a long day of scouting out spots in the lake, I was pretty unsuccessful and couldn't find any good places to fish for carp. On my second day of fishing, I had found some good water, but I still wasn't seeing any signs of fish. A little while later, I noticed something interesting on the water. There was a big foam line, and there were a lot of mayflies hatching, and I thought carp might have been surfacing, but I still didn't get any luck. On the third day, things started to get a little better. I was seeing a lot more carp in the water. Water was actually a little bit clearer, and most of the carp I was seeing were pretty big. This led me to bring out my heavier rod, just so that I wouldn't risk losing a fish if I were to hook one. You can see me here looking down at something in the water, and that was because about every 10 seconds I would have a couple carp swim right under my kayak, but the issue was they just weren't going for my fly. Right here is when I got my first action for the day. I was stripping my fly in, and there was a carp coming up right behind it, but I made a poor hook set, and I wasn't able to hook him. I was pretty mad at myself right there because I thought that was going to be the only chance I would have at hooking a carp. I decided to head back to the dock after this because I was getting kind of hungry, but then I noticed that there were tons of carp sitting under the dock, so I decided to try and catch one of them. This is a San Juan worm, which is supposed to work good for carp. Well, here I am, finally hooked into a carp. I knew I'd be in for a long battle.
I kind of saw that orange flash.
Okay.
Their mouths are kind of orange, and then he took it, and I saw him with it in his mouth.
How big do you think he is?
Probably, by the looks of it, I'm gonna say 10 pounds, because he's not letting me take him to the dock. He keeps going.
Yeah, he keeps going out. That's okay. Just let him go a little bit.
I would have to say that this is easily the most fun project I've ever done. I had to put in a lot of work to figure out how to catch these surprisingly smart fish. It makes you appreciate nature, and it made me a better fisherman.
Nice job, bud.
Thanks.
That'll be worth an A, huh?
Yeah.